All mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those clear obstacles on my path to liberation and nation, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering and safely. I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dalla Damwara Sepe Da Nupara Sepe Ge Tarapa Dan Dam Jen Jen Bala Barda Ju Bara Sep Tam Je Je Zo Sepe Manam Ga Dan Yambe Sem Jen Tam Dewa Dan Den Dong Har Dan Rar Nyorda Lana Meba Yang Da Bar Zobe Sanjo Rinpoche do Barsa. Thus, until achieving enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the kind rule Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas or yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the noble Dhakas, the Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embraced the enlightenment and the progress of the Bodhisattva's path, are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to accomplish the stage of the path. One more again. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise an example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embraced the enlightenment and the progress of the Bodhisattva's path, are true for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta, and apply myself to accomplish the stage of the path. Sanjo Nyingbo Chije Bar Sanje Nam Lai Jiao Zhen Jie Qu Dong Sanjo Zhen Ba Ye So Lan De Yin Jiao Zhen Jie Jie Da Ren Hen Jie De Jie Jie Sanjo Dong Ne Jie Ba Dang Sanjo Zhen Be La Ba La De Da Ren Yen Ne Ba Da De Yen Ro La Ben Dong De Sanjo Zhen Ne Ji Je Yen De Yen De Ne La Ba La Rinpa Yen De La Ba Ra Je in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, most excellent. Take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May the rest and equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we go to the skip 7 lamp prayer. And we go to page 10a. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and stirred with the flowers. It is adorned with the meadow, the spring mountain, the four continents and the moon. As a Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness as a Buddha fair. To the Lama who possesses the three kayas, I offer altar inner and sacred offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me supreme realization, enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment, all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Guru Rina Mendala Punzamanga Samanda Savarana Samaye Ahom. I equal refuge, honor of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor, Vajrasattva, widow adopt. I bow at the feet of Father and Jigdi Songo. Continue laughing with no one but you. Compassion one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of the mind. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two vehicles and the combination according to disposition, the likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. Now we go to Vajrasattva, page 84. Vajrasattva meditation and recitation for purification practice. So we go to the visualization. Above crown my head, I visualize the white lotus with the moon seeds. On the moon seeds, a white silver home, which transforms into Vajrasattva with a home in the center. White light radiates from this home, purify obscuration of all beings. His light is offered to all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. The light returns and dissolves into the seed silver home. The home then transforms into Vajrasattva, who is in essence our own Khenpo Lama. Vajrasattva is white in color and holds the Vajra and the bear. He sits gracefully in the half lotus position. He wears silken robes and all the precious ornaments. Go back to Tibetan. Yewo be gara da de hong ye le dorje de wa hong ze un zhe be ro zhou zhe jiang jiang ju zhen de ba sa wong la de yong zi jie ba le sa we la ma dorje zen ba gar dorje zhi jie jiang gong jing we zi ren jian 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 jia lo yong zi zo ben za sa do sa ba re wa re argam ga de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa re pa ding ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa re pe pe ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa re de bam ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa alo ge ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa gen de ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa ne ve de ra de za ye zo ha o ben za re sa do sa ba re wa shabda ra de za ye zo ha Vajrasattva, Mahasattva, the great mind, the embodiment of all the Buddhas, the Samdup Dharmakaya are posted to you, holder of the Vajra. At Vajrasattva's heart level is Vajra on moon days. At the center of Vajra is a home syllable surrounded by the 100 syllable mantra. The radiating light from the rotating mantra completely purifies the obscuration of all beings and they become Vajrasattvas. The light returns and dissolves into the mantra of the C-syllable home. Nectar produced from this syllable flow through the right great toe of Vajrasattva. It entered the crown of my head, wishing out of all defilement, illness, and obscurations through the pores of my skin and the two lower openings of my body. This obscuration leaves the body in the form of a smoky, dark liquid. They are filled with nectar and completely purified, clear as crystal. Go back to Tibetan. Dorje senpai che, dorje de yin shi bai gen, dorje dambo gen de zan, san sara sana dorje lao, dorsen do gara da den dorje ye, te wara hong dara yi je gorwa le, Om Chen Roe Zhibai Genjiang Ne Dorjen Zenbe Sala Ragu Jen O Zara De Da Zeren De Ngan Chen Dang Sa Wong La Den De Le Der Zi Jung Xiao Jie De Wong Le Dong Da Nye Jie 三我内有对着你动作，我个的个当把的自救，没得让你写了大大把了就。Om Benzara Sato Samoyo Moni Balaya Benzara Sato Dino Ba De Chan Chen Jo Me Ba Wa So De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa So Be Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Ane Ra Do Me Ba Wa Sarva Se De Me Ra Yan Sarvai karma ise zai me ise dan she yang guru hong ha ha ho anga wen wa da da ga da menzara ma me menza menzara ba mo zo mo yo zo do Om Benzara Zato Samaya Mani Balaya Benzara Zato Dino Ba De Jan Jan Jo Me Ba Wa So De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa So Be Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Ane Ra Do Me Ba Wa Sarva Ise De Minja Yans Sarvai karma ise zai me ise dan she yang guru hong ha ho banga wen sarva da da ga da benzara ma me men benzara ba mo samaya sa do Om Benzara Sato Samaya Manu Balaya Benzara Sato Dino Ba Di Cha Di Jo Me Ba Wa So De Ga Yo Me Ba Wa So Bu Ga Yo Me Ba Wa Rado me bawai sarvai siddhe minjayan sarvai karmai siddhai me siddhai shayan guru hong ha ha ho bangawen sarva dadan gada benzara mami men Benzara ba mo samaya sado Om Benzara sado samaya manu balaya Benzara sado dino ba de jan jan jo me ba wa So de ga yo me ba wa so bu ga yo me ba wa Ane rado me ba vai sarvai siddhe minjayan sarvai karmai siddhai me siddhai shayan guru hong ha bangawen sarva da da ga da benzara ma me men benzara ba ma samaya Sado Benzara Sado Samaya Mani Balaya Benzara Sado de Nova de Dro me bawa. So de gayo me bawa, so be gayo me bawa. Anerado me bawa, sarvai se de mendrayan. Sarvai karmai se zai me se dai shiyan guri hong. O bangawen sarva dadan gadan benzara mamemen benzara ba moy zamaya zadu om benzara zadu zamaya manu balaya Benzara Sado de Noba de Jan me bawa. So de gayo me bawa, so bu gayo me bawa. Anerado me bawa, sarvai se de me jayan. Sarvai karmai se zai me se dan shayan guru hong. Ha bangawen sarva dadan gadan benzara mamemen benzara ba maha samaya zado benzara zado samaya manu balaya Benzara Sado de Nova de Dan me bawa. So de gayo me bawa. So be gayo me bawa. Anerado me bawa. Sarvai se de mendrayan. Sarvai karmai se zai me se dan shiyan guri hong. Ha bangawen sarva dadan gadan benzara mamemen benzara ba moho samaya zado om benzar sado hong 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 Om Benzar Sado Hong. So now you can do Vajrasattva mantra silently. Om Benzar Sado Hong, or that's easy. I'm going to share the teaching here. I hope you remember what I'm sharing. Last week, Tamge doje shaje reisen dong jinje mado deje bonjom bazerje lambo tawre jibe shaje jarbe jabla guzan zer dorjen janjen de lo naru damar bo melo jije gambo Amorbo jorwan de gong be gaju lama nam la zorwan de romen jije yenje bodan de som son je genje ngo nye ran sen je gen son don ze sawe lama nam la zorwan de So here I'm going to share teachings called Lam to Dispel Darkness. In instruction that points directly to the very essence of mind in the tradition of oral realization ones by Mapam Jampa Dorje. So then last week we share in his homage to Manjushri. Then Mapam Rinpoche explained how to rest in mind. So rest in mind, this followed by just ordinary village yogis, keen without too much difficulty. So reach the level of Vajrasattva. Such is the power of this profound path. And this teaching is for instruction is specifically for focusing. His aspiration is for ordinary village yogis. Means like people who no educations, they can become realized. Use these instructions. Then Mapam Rinpoche, the first instruction he mentioned, we can stop all the thoughts, dissolve all the, five senses. So that cannot be the Zopa Chenpo. Zopa Chenpo means must have to have, awareness, self-awareness, recognition, So without the self-awareness, recognition, and your mind just be there and stop all the thoughts and stop all these object sensations, but that cannot be, joking, and that is cannot take you to enlightenment. So that practice cannot go beyond samsara. So that's why he sharing that more reason is because someone who don't study Buddha Dharma and not much learning education, so then they meditate, when feeling is, I think, kind of stop the thoughts, then they think I'm meditating, and I get good realization, feel peaceful, and no thoughts, and all the five senses dissolve. So then the person think good realization, so can be that happening. So that's why Mapam Rinpoche many explain that it's not it's a dzogchen, true realization. So then he mentioned, so you need to use such a means of resting. So we need that, but that as a stepping stone means like goes like, so the one step, and first we have so much thoughts going on, and we needed that first step, and they have to go beyond that. So that's in this most important. Then we this instruction, yes, last way we I think stop is the instruction for cutting through the web of samsara existence. Correct there? Think so cannot be. We must have to know where we really stop. Cannot missing even one word. Otherwise incorrect.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Then that's wonderful. Okay, so then that the before last week, the last week and the last section is so this was the instruction menga for cracking open the egg shell of ignorance, marikpa. And this instruction is Mapam Rinpoche say, like marikpa is opened. Marekpa is, not knowing truth is with not rising the awareness, mindful awareness not rising. So when we meditate, not only just stop all the thoughts, be present clearly awareness, seeing our own nature itself. So that's the most important instruction. Then today here, so the instruction for cutting through the way of samsaric existence. When you gain these kinds of realization, so as the wisdom of recognizing your own true nature. Then when you gain this kind of realization, so you understand that this nature of reality has always been this way. So that nature is always be with us. Reality has always been this way. Timelessly means like within 24 hours. The nature is always there. Then also nature of reality has always been this way timelessly. So right now we are human being, and even we have a human beings suffering. If we create a very deep negative karma within human beings' life, but still the nature is always being same. And when we die, so death suffering also cannot remove the nature. During the death also nature is there. Even we go into the pardo, so nature is there. And we can take birth to hell realms. Still hell realms beings also nature is always there, The burning fire cannot burn the nature. So then can be take birth to hungry gods, also nature is there. Hungry gods suffering cannot remove the nature. And we can take birth to animal realms, so nature is there too. Animal suffering cannot remove the nature. So the point is, all these lower realm beings also has always been this way, timelessly. The true nature is with that beings. And then we practicing Dharma and loving kindness, enlightening qualities arising. So nature is always the same. Nature is not increasing. When we practicing, nature is not increasing. When we create, samsaric activity, but nature is not decreasing. So point is nature is the same, always there, timelessly. That it is not created by any causes or conditions. So nature not created by any causes or conditions. Causes, condition, usually cause condition create or the relative things, but our true nature mind is not created by causes or conditions. And that's why cause condition negativity cannot remove nature. Cause condition is positive, nature cannot change. It's still same. So think about the sun is become clouded or bad weather or good weather, but the sun itself is the same. That condition don't change the sun, and the day night don't change the sun conditions. Sun is the same. So same thing, our nature is always remain remain or so same. Doesn't matter day and night, always the same. So this the main point is we can realize any moment, any time, this nature, because it's always there. So you can meditate anytime, any moment. This nature is always with us, is there. And that it never undergoes any kind of transition or change in the past, present, or future. So this, and that it is never undergoes any kind of transition or change in the past, like due to like our past life or this present life or future life, can be like yesterday, today, tomorrow, and the nature is not really followed by time changing, present or future. At the same time, you cannot find even the tiniest fraction of something called mind that is separate from this nature. So then is I think main point is here saying is you cannot find even the tiniest fraction of something called mind. Is mind itself is nature. If you leave the mind, then you cannot find nature. Nature is mind. Mind means like no any other than nature. Nature is no other than mind, I think. So if you say, oh, this is my ordinary mind, I want to find my true nature. So then you take out ordinary mind, you try to see your true nature mind. It's not possible to find any, even slight things, like anything there. So that's why the nature mind means this hour right now, the present moment. That mind is called, it itself is a nature mind. And nature mind means not any other than that. So that's why something called mind that is separate from this nature. So this nature is this present momentary thoughts. It is called the nature. If you recognize, it's called nature. If you don't recognize, it's called just ordinary mind. Ordinary mind means not knowing, not seeing itself. So not recognizing, and then it's deluded. It's called ordinary mind, subject and object, and seeing itself, and then that's called the nature mind. So nature mind is not any other than this, right now, ordinary mind. Ordinary mind itself is a nature mind. So then next is the Mapam Rinpoche also going back to again, like last week we share the talk about this mind, not just not knowing, it's also in the Kingdom of Prayer also says, as the aspiration prayer of Samdup Bada says, a blank state, devoid of any thoughts whatsoever, that is Marikpa, the causes of delusion. So last week we shared that, and he explained again. So that is like another level is okay, one stage, like we can go step that level, but then have to go more beyond that. And you could also say that the state of mental blankness we look at earlier is undescribable, but it is lacks decisiveness. So the main point is here, in this, the state of mental blankness, we look at earlier, it is undescribable. So it also like, undescribable. Then nature, Rigpa also undescribable. The both are same undescribable, but it lacks decisiveness. Means like lack of own experience, and lack of certainty ourselves. So it's other is just like mind, mental blankness, and then you don't know how to say that, explain, not knowing it is clearly. So then also we usually explain. Other hand, Rigpa also talk about undescribable, but both are kind of similar, undescribable, because this negative, we can say temporary negative mental blankness also you really cannot explain, and you don't have like saying like, oh, I have this like kind of hard to describe. Then Rigpa also hard to describe, but both are hard to explain, described. But then actually you knowing the Rigpa, you get your own certainty, you get your own awareness. So this first one, they don't have that differences. So that's the Rinpoche here explain, but it is lacks decisiveness. Since you are completely unable to describe it in any way, so you cannot like really describe it anywhere, like explain or saying like no certainty. Rigpa, on the other hand, is in essence indescribable. So Rigpa also indescribable, but it is at the same time it has a decisive quality that cuts through any doubt about what is undescribable. So that's the reason it's become big different. It's it's the same as like sky and earth. Rigpa is you can you have your own certainty, you have your confidence, you knowing yourself, even you cannot describe indescribable, but still you have yours, knowing, that's a big difference. This decisive quality that cuts through any dots. So then all the cut of the dots, you get your own certainty about what is indescribable. So there is a huge difference between these two kinds. If indescribability, indescribability, like the difference between blankness and the perfect vision. So the same is like difference between blindness. One is blindness, one is like perfect vision. Perfect vision is the same as the seeing the Rigpa nature. Blindness is like same as like blankage, like stop the just thoughts and no awareness. So not knowing itself. Do you understand? It's a big difference. So, and this is right now, Mapam Rinpoche, he explained lots here. The reason is because this teaching is really focused for the, village yogis, like already he mentioned, right? Education, like actually, and someone even not really read how to rewrite, don't have a teaching Buddha's philosophies. And then he have to explain that a lot. Otherwise, this, beginner, like uneducated people, like really can be stuck in this dark age. And so that's why, Khenpo Minsa, when he shared the teaching, he make sure not stuck in this dark age. And he let them to do, his student is all preliminary practice. And then he, sharing these instructions, so, make sure go beyond in this dark age. Then also, I didn't hear that directly from Khenpo Minsa. Someone told me, some like his students say, someone already studied Buddhist philosophy, went to Sheda, 3 years. 3 years, you study already Buddhist philosophy without Ngdo, without Ngdo and preliminary practice. He giving the Dzogchen teaching. So that means that if long as you have wisdom, understanding, Dharma, and then that person not going to stuck in this dark age. And as long as who has some Dharma education, okay? And then they're free from this dark age easily. So that's why I think Khenpo Minsa also when sharing Dzogchen is who don't have background, Sheda means like study Buddhist philosophy, Sheda, who don't have that background, and he let them to do Ngdo practice. It's 2-3 years, his place. He don't accept the same way I did, He must be do, it's only his place. And instruction also have to come from him. And then he who doing the Ngdo practice, he take them examine, and like really they understand what they're doing, because it's and like in Tibet, language usually just a formal language. This Dharma, go to Dharma scripture is big different. And who know the just formal language talking, and go into Dharma, the words they don't understand, and without explain. And that's why, so this village yogis means like not really educated, and that's why they don't understand what really teachings are sharing, right? And that's why have to like basic level some, practice, like that's why I call preliminary practice is put very strong for them. And then the, sharing this instruction. So I think another reason Khenpo Minsa also very strongly followed by this instruction. And the meditators are not going to stuck into this dark age. The dark age means like temporary dark age. Like if we have samsara suffering, so much thoughts going on, this dark age is a temporary safe place too. And you get it there, you get more mind resting. You think I'm doing meditation, I'm great, you can feel that. But still that cannot go take you to enlightenment. So this goal is not, some worldly, level peaceful, not sharing that. And the goal is like enlightenment, not you get some, safe place. Do you understand or no? So we meditators, many meditators are stuck in this, what it's right now sharing. The reason is we have so much thoughts, afflictive emotion, this samsara activity is so tired, it's exhausting. And then you get in that space, dark cage, what I mentioned, you feel peaceful, like relax, and you think I'm doing great, and then you can be stuck there. So temporary resting place. And that's why, in this goal is taking to enlightenment, you must have to go beyond in that. Otherwise, you can't get the realization. And then right now, Mapam Rinpoche, he's sharing lots of information here. So this is not only he's sharing here, and he wrote many books. And one of the also historically have this problem. Okay, historically the problem is I mentioned many times. One of the in Dharma come to in Tibet is through the Shinta Rakita. It's Pema Sambhava Shinta Rakita. Shinta Rakita is Khenchin Shiwa Tsom, Tibetan we call. It's all Dharma teaching is come from him. Pema Sambhava is more kind of support, helping him remove all the obstacles. And then Shinta Rakita shared the teaching, and he translation to Tibetan language. So then when he ready to pass nirvana, he already mentioned the king, my view going to become confusion feature. So my teaching can become debating, right? And then that time you have to invite my student Kamala Shila, and he only can help. No one can understand what's going on problem, confusions. So he passed away after. So then monk of Hashang is from China. He come to Tibet. So he shared teaching, but he exactly stuck in this cage. So that's why Mapam Rinpoche wrote many books talk about this, that Hashang is, he's stuck in that cage. And then Hashang sharing lots teaching because he's kind of professional, and many students follow him, and a good speaker. So him sharing all the teachings, many follow him. But then, many other Shinta Rakshita students think his instructions is something wrong. So then that time they can ask, he sent people to India to, bring the Kamala Shila to in Tibet. Then Kamala Shila, he debating for debating to the Hashang, and then Hashang came out. The Kamala Shila then wrote many meditation instructions, teachings. So Mapam Rinpoche also has many philosophy books. He explains lots about Hashang. So his Hashang, that monk from China, his view and what problems. So now in his sharing here is exactly, in the Mapam Rinpoche explaining in the philosophy books. So that's why there has the big difference. Like kind of same words, very similar words, but meaning is totally different. Do you get or no? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so these two is a very similar meaning, but true reality is a big difference. So one is like same is a close eye, blindness. Other is like perfect vision. And when you meditate, your blindness, like all, senses is stopped, and your mind is just rest, and that's not enough. So you have to seeing itself, with using your awareness. Say like mind seeing mind. Our own mind light up our own mind, not just shut down. So then, like you're seeing your own mind. When you meditate, everything is present, clear, with awareness. You recognize what's going on, everything, but mind is no fixation attached to anything. And just stop is like close eye, and then not seeing anything. And open eye, you're seeing everything, but no stuck any, any particular object like mind, fixation, anything. So that's the big between distinguishing between the alayas and the dharmakayas. So he said alaya is just ordinary, meditation and stop the other thoughts. But dharmakaya means is really seeing its own nature. Therefore, because terms like ordinary mind mental no drawing, inexpressible, and so on, are used in two different ways, only one of which is authentic when you come to know the critical point of how the same words can have a higher level of meaning. You can come to experience the true meaning of the performed dharma. And he mentioned many differences here. It's all this like in the teaching comes these different words, but each word has two meanings. Okay, one is gopi, go to negative way. So not really negative, but comparing to the realization, comparing to that is other is like more, ignorance. And so that's why long as you really knowing true nature, then using words is like say, the way we use use two different ways, like only one of which is authentic when you come to know. It's like then you can use terms like ordinary, mind, mental, non-drawing, expressible, and so on. Whatever this you use, you really understand what it means. And if you have awareness, you practicing Dzogchen, when you hear these words, you right moment you take in this to seeing clear, awareness. And someone don't know anything about the Dzogchen, and then that you hear these words is become just go to and dualistic conceptual again. So that's why it's same word, same name, but totally go to different directions. And this morning also I share, we have water tongue, right? Water tongue, correct? Tank. Water tank. So that helps Marilyn wake up. Water tank have water, but then go to like two different sources. Like one is go to toilet, one is go to drink, and the same water tank. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So someone in this is stuck in this cage, like then teachers like him wake up very easy also too. And don't like some like instruction like heat, Delopa heat choose Naropa, but Naropa I don't know stuck in this cage. Kind of like teachers also can make happen like realize like take you to right directions too. So the point is here, and can go to different directions. Even same words can go to different directions. Then you can come to experience the true meaning of the profound dharma. So if you really know and the truth, then you come really to the profound true dharma. Realization or realize. So then next is like we always have this problem. And I also meditate. I think I have this problem too. So, other is better, but in this one, it's coming. This is like harder to go beyond. And right now, Mapano, what you're going to share. When resting in the essence of mind, you're resting mind and resting, right? Okay, good. Some fear that is to be maintained is a simple clarity. Someone think, okay, I have to maintain clarity. So a simple awareness, and so there's subtle in a state of ordinary mental consciousness thinking. So if you have that thinking, like when you rest in your mind, when comes like our minds resting when you meditate, you really kind of like, okay, that's it, truth. In that moment, I have to maintain this awareness. Thoughts, the subtle thoughts rising, I have to maintain this awareness. So you get that right moment, you get right in the nature, resting, moment, thoughts rising, okay, this is, awareness. I have to maintain this. So that thought is like rising together again. And then what happened? Same affair that is to be maintained is a simple clarity. So I have to maintain this clarity, a simple awareness. And so the subtle in a state of ordinary mental consciousness thinking. So then it's go to again ordinary thinking, right? It's a subtle delusion already. This is the when you meditate, your resting mind, and become like you get awareness. Moment, I have to awareness. I have to maintain this. Then you have that thoughts rising. They already ordinary mind again. So let go. That is the hardest again. And then when we have to recognize that. Just not recognizing like emotions. And your mind's like go past future and thinking something like big gross level thoughts recognize is not important. This way means like subtle thoughts we have to recognize. Gross level thoughts recognize in the even dark cage. Someone like stay like no thoughts. Things stay there, right? Mapam Rinpoche said that's the first step, but it's okay. But then we have to get rid of it. Even you do that meditation, you can stop all the gross level thoughts. But in this subtle level states, when your awareness is rising, you recognize, I have to maintain this awareness. Then you already go back to again, ordinary mind. And like moment like ice blocks water, and then moment is become changed to ice again, like and no stay like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Moment comes water and moment go to ice. So that's when we meditate, we have that problems, and that's why when you feel awareness, and that's okay, this awareness I have maintained, so have to recognize that thought, and then that thought release it is called awareness again. Ordinary mental consciousness thinking. This is a clarity. So then some focus their intention on the awareness of absorbing sense of emptiness, as though their minds had become empty. So then some meditators like When you meditate, all it's become fierce emptiness. So then all emptiness, you think that you have to hold that kind of like, you think I have to maintain this empty aspect. And then that's also exactly same again, problem. So that these two things have to let go is not easy. And also like if you maintain this clarity, or I have to maintain clarity is we think is true, permanent. Then also it's called it's another say like internalism. And you so strongly go into this emptiness, sense of emptiness, then nihilism. So two extremes, then that is not become dzogchen.
So you said
No caution, okay? Internalism, nihilism. Yeah, do you understand English?
I didn't understand what word.
I'm kidding. English is called internalism, right? Internalism, nihilism.
Okay.
Nihilism means you not believe anything, become empty. Internalism means like you stuck something permanent. So that's why this go, called middle path means, and no go both. Take middle way means like actually, falling to this, clarity aspect, falling to emptiness aspect. You go to in the middle way means. That's the Dharma middle way, okay? True middle way means. As thoughts that minds had become empty. So then, but in both the cases, so the both, like you think I have to maintain clarity, I have to maintain emptiness, both cases, there is some clinging to the dualistic experience of an aspect ordinary mental consciousness. So it's become called dualistic, mental consciousness, not awareness, not true nature, Rigpa. You understand, right? I think it's easy, another level. So we have these issues when you meditate and you really recognize true natures. Oh, I get. And I have to, maintain this clear, or I have to maintain this empty aspect. So I have to stay this. Then you become right moment there you go to ordinary mind, or like this dualistic conceptual again. Consciousness, experience of aspect of ordinary mental consciousness. When you find yourself in either of these states, log into innate nature of that subtle fixated intention, the clarity and the one perceiving the clarity, the emptiness and the one perceiving the emptiness, and by doing so, you will take away the support for the ordinary consciousness that perceive things dualistically. And when we, knowing we have this, then you see when you find yourself in either of these states, like we have that subtle thoughts rising in there, then we have to log into inner nature, means you use awareness, have to looking into our own nature. And this is the, very good in the actually supplication Thara prayer. Really helps when you meditate and, when you have this experience. So supplication Thara prayer I'll tell you where this how to maintain this supplication as I know here. Laura, can you get this one supplication, this green book inside there?
They're right there.
No, this one. We have the green one.
The green ones are up there too.
They have two different translations.
Turquoise.
He's talking about an actual Prince book. I know what he's talking about. I'll get it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Can I ask something? So what is the support referring to? That word support.
Well, support.
When you find yourself in
They have like root takes in the so many inside the book in the dome below there. Many small booklets. Many there. Oh, it's Zomsang guys. Everyone okay? I'm not seeing Zomsanga.
Doing well. Doing well.
Doing okay?
Yes, thank you.
That's it. It's so many we have here. Okay, so that's it. So in this, right now, Mapam Rinpoche, he say, but in the both is case, so the both, there is some clinging to the dualistic experience of aspect of ordinary mental consciousness. When you find yourself either of this state, like, when you have recognized this, find yourself. So in the supplication, usually it's very helpful. Actually, each verses, this has like, helping you to become, go, how to say, you release all these subtle thoughts. So when I usually read, it's like it is difficult to understand our own minds, Buddha's mind. Seeing nature mind, seeing nature mind means then like we know so like mind is not easy to understand. Seeing nature mind. Seeing means like then you when you read that mentally, your awareness have to seeing our own mind. And seeing then all this, our ordinary mental consciousness is stopped. So also you say, but not familiarizing with this true practice, we are lost in unwholesome worldly activities. So we can be lost in either these two, both. But in both cases, there is something clinging to dualistic appearance of aspect ordinary mental consciousness can be rise. So that's why we can be lost either way. And then is we are lost in unwholesome worldly activities. As supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindfulness. So when you this chant supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindfulness, mindful awareness, apply, really looking into all your own nature, and then that's right now what we're saying here is ordinary mental consciousness is releasing. So you apply awareness, looking into yourself and mindfulness, and then that's please protect us. Is like this protecting from you is this ordinary mental consciousness. And then also if you practicing Tara, so supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindfulness means like first you have to apply mindful awareness, release this ordinary mental consciousness, and then when you release this mental ordinary conscious, the awareness, you have to recognize that awareness. When you release ordinary mental consciousness, you have to recognize that awareness. And you recognize that awareness, then you feel bliss again. The bliss come from means like we have to release, purify something, and then the awareness arising to bliss. And then the awareness is like you can, form of Tara, visualize Tara. And then you can feel Tara is truly my protection. And protecting me this ordinary mental consciousness delusion, and arise also like some devotions arising. And anyway, this very powerful. So you using this supplication Tara. Then another is like, see, the absolute nature of mind is self-arising. So self-arising, absolute nature of mind, self-arising, and then you don't stuck this ordinary mental consciousness. So then self-arising is called non-draw Buddha wisdom, and you are like thinking about, I have experienced this clarity, I have to maintain this, become your already conceptual mind and ordinary mind, dualistic mind. So we have to release that. So release that is called non-draw Buddha wisdom. This ordinary thoughts, concept is rising at any moment or any time during the meditation. So just have to let it arise. Not try to stop that, not rejecting. And no accepting means like then we no chasing, no knowing that, follow that. So you have to apply antidote. I mean the antidote, like you don't really have to apply, but you mentally and thinking about mindfulness, please protect us. Or you say the absolute nature of mind is self-arising. So that apply naturally, release that conceptual ordinary mind. So during the meditation, you have to mentally read this many times in the supplication Tara during the meditation. Until your mind is become really resting, then thoughts arising, the right moment you recognize is, naturally, releasing itself, and thoughts not distracting you, and so your mind is become have more awareness, and can maintain that state. Until that, we have to apply, put effort. So you get more deeper level meditation, then you feels like feeling is become effortless. And so just be in that space with awareness. Until that, we always have to apply these instructions in the mentally again and again. So the emptiness and the one perceiving the emptiness, and by doing so you will take away the support for the ordinary consciousness that perceive things dualistically. Then if you can deceivably recognize the inner nature of your own mind in all its nakedness, clear and open, without any limit or center, and a state of lucid clarity arises. That is what is called the very essence of Rigpa. With this as Rigpa sheets the covering layer of experiencing involving clinging. Its pure and pristine wisdom is laid bare. This was the instruction for cutting through the web of contradiction existence. Okay, so it's very, very beautiful. And it's if you meditate, this is like that really good, instruction. I mean, like we knowing what we're doing. So then here is the go back to again same, like I'm going to explain more. When you find yourself in either of these states, so log into inner nature. So we have to log to our own true nature. So using awareness, looking into our own nature again. Then of that subtle fixated intention, the clarity and the one perceiving, perceiving the clarity, the emptiness, and the one perceiving the emptiness, and by doing so you will take away the support for the ordinary consciousness that perceives things dualistically. So then you seeing, okay, like we are meditator, like perceiving means meditator. So the meditator, then so we recognize this, like we have this rising, the subtle delusions rising, and then so you will take away, we have to take away the support for the ordinary consciousness. We have to release that, perceiving. Meditators have to take away that subtle thoughts, consciousness that perceive things dualistically. All this recognizes, subtle dualistic, and we have to release and purify that. Then if you can deceivably, then after like mindful awareness, that if you release that, the releasing that awareness deceivably recognize the inner nature of your own mind in all its nakedness. So that's awareness is a nakedness, clear and open, without any limit or center, and a state of lucid clarity arises. And that is what is called then the very essence of Rigpa. So that's called the nature of Rigpa. So I mentioned this supplication, we have this unwholesome, we are lost in unwholesome worldly activity. So it's actually you perceiving something is lost. And then we recognize we are lost and looking to in that. And that awareness is called, it's become that awareness, you seeing that awareness, looking to that awareness, we lost that recognition, that awareness, loss of recognition, that awareness, and then that awareness is become in the nature of your own mind, in all its nakedness, clear and open, without any limit or center, and the state of lucid clarity arise. That is what is called the very essence of Rigpa. So then with this, as Rigpa, she is the covering layer of, she is the cover of level is, this subtle level, thought is the, she's the covering layer that off, already take off. The experience involving clinging It's pure and pristine wisdom is laid bare. So then true awareness requires shining. This was the instruction for then cutting through the web of conditional existence. Okay, so that's the beautiful instruction for meditators. And we first, of course, with these two instruction went so far. One is like we cannot only stuck with gross level, the thoughts, emotions stop, resting, and the no awareness stuck there also incorrect. And then when you meditate, awareness arising, but then you think, oh, I have awareness, and the thinking about, okay, I have to maintain this awareness, clarity. So you thinking about I have clarity, I have to maintain that. So that's also become dualistic. And then when you meditate rising empty aspects and you think, oh, I have empty realization, I have to maintain that. So become also dualistic conceptual. So we have to use awareness, have to release that both, and then true nature requires chance. So that's I think today we leave here instruction. Still we have a couple of pages. So now you want a question, you can have a question. I think we have a little time. And also we have to finish Vajrasattva practice. No questions. So everyone get up.
I have a question. When you say release, that's almost like pushing it away. Isn't it more correct to say let it go?
Can you say again?
Okay, sometimes you latch on to stuff. You get a wonderful thought, and you start work, letting it, just holding on to it to see what's really going on.
Mm.
Yeah. So thoughts are going to come anyway. So when you say a thought comes and you release it, that's like pushing it away. Isn't it more correct to say just let it go without latching onto it?
No, this is not.
So which is better for you?
Just letting it go.
Okay, then do it. Yeah. So that's
Okay, then.
which word like your feel better is that's we have to use.
Yes, I used to grab onto stuff, but sometimes. Well, how about does contemplation fit into this?
What is a contemplation?
It's like something comes up and you don't grab onto it, but it stays there. So I just keep looking at it and see where it goes. That's kind of contemplation.
So contemplation is become thoughts, subject and object.
You think so?
I think so. So how can be contemplated without the subject and object?
Well, there's some contemplation means if you keep looking, there's some kind of an answer that would come.
So that's I think it's contemplation is a subject and the object is a dualistic state.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next, Malisa.
Yes, Khenpo, thank you so much. You've mentioned some techniques like this that are the same, I think, because in Flight of the Garuda, you can say the syllable pe to cut through this subtle attachment, right? And also when you mention Ganges Mahamudra, there's the lines cut through the root of your thoughts and rest in naked awareness. Or you could just say rest in naked awareness. That's more of a Dzogchen. But I wanted to connect it. So is that accurate? But I also have to connect it to a question from this morning, relating this to this morning, the Bardo states. That when you're talking about the Bardo states this morning, isn't it the same process that you're teaching us to use in life on and off the cushion, which is to rest in naked awareness, no matter what's arising and not attaching to it in your life, so that in the Bardo, when these experiences come up, the outer and inner signs, are we supposed to ideally, I can't do this, rest in our naked awareness so that we don't cling to those experiences, right? Does that include the mother luminosity? Do we just, when that arises, do you just rest in naked awareness, or is this feeling of merging with it?
I think or just let go everything what ADG
Okay.
says. Then it's be there or like mother luminosity, child luminosity. That's all is words.
Right.
It's words is like just let go, and then it's can be you can have that naturally recognize. Recognition is important, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in the Bardo, we liberate on recognition, just like you're teaching us in life, or like what EDG just talked about, letting go. What you
I
said.
really don't know in the Pardo actually, truly, honestly, okay?
Yeah.
But just we cannot organizing, okay, I wanted to do this, that way.
Right.
It's long as you know the instructions and you know so like what you having experience there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But from what?
I really cannot say like, okay, we have to do this, that, there. And
Right.
just long as you meditate, you have awareness, you recognize your awareness, then that's it, I think.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Liza.
Hi, Kamala. I was
Hi.
reading something earlier today called The Aspiration of Samantabhadra, and I feel like these are connected. And this is this little book, The Aspiration of Samantabhadra, was extracted from the great contemplation tantra that reveals Samantabhadra's mind of penetrating openness. Is this somehow connected to it? It seems like the
I
same.
think all the teachings are connected.
Okay, it seems like
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, could be same. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Liz.
Ashidele Gimbola. It's just like this. I have the problem in meditating. Always that I feel peaceful. I dare not say emptiness. I just say I'm peaceful. I'm aware of things happening around me. But always happens. What always happens is something I have to do pops up. Oh, I have to do this. All right. And then at that time, I know that, hey, this is something that is obstructing me. I know that. But from the theory is that I should not accept, I should not reject. So how, when these things, right, oh, tonight I'm supposed to do this, tomorrow morning I'm supposed to do that. When that thought, that thing pops up, what should I do? Should I reject? You see, not rejecting,
Oh,
not accepting.
that's time like you have to stay like the you know, yourself is create, you know, how to say, the not confident, it's commitment yourself. Like, I'm going to enter all these thoughts, gone, enter that I'm going to practice. So commitment is very powerful. So that means your mind is not ready to in the stir like subtleness. And you push more longer, you have to stay longer, meditate longer. If you stay longer and then your mind is rest and you don't have that thoughts, it's gone, become not come back again. Even comes like it's delusion.
So what I mean is that when it comes up, what should I think of it? Just reject it, go back to what I go back to meditation, or
Yes,
just
just
look at that.
no, look at, just recognize and maintain and meditate.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Enter all this dissolving and then not coming back again. So that means like, you know, not ready resting, you know, you seems like you hiking on the mountain and you not reach to the top. And so it's challenging time, we have that. And when you drive the car, like example, you are not highway yet, still you are on the road but not highway. there's still you have traffic lights, still you have a stop signs.
Yes, I'm confused with the theory, like not accepting, not rejecting, something like that. So I'm stuck over there.
Yeah, so you drive the car, you have a stop sign, you have traffic light, but you don't go back, right? And you just keep going.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Khenpo, thank you very much.
And you have to get in the highway, and or like you have to enter, like example, you go through the security like airport, and you have to get in the airplane seat. Until that, you have to put effort.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chelly Key.
Hey, Khenpo La. Thank you for the teachings. I received the Vajrasattva empowerment from you yesterday, and I wanted to ask, when doing the 100-syllable mantra and reciting it, do I need to recite it the way that you recite it, or can I recite it in another way that I've learned? Does it matter?
Oh, which is easy for you, you do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then next one, Natalin Klein something. I think Natalin Klein gone. Okay, next George.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Sorry about that. Yes, there we go. I thought I was unmuted. Sorry, Khenpo. But my question was that in the instruction for cutting through the web of samsaric existence, it says that you could also say that the state of mental blankness we looked at earlier is indescribable, but it lacks decisiveness since you are completely unable to describe it in any way. Rigpa, on the other hand, is in essence indescribable, but at the same time it has a decisive quality that cuts through any doubt about what is indescribable. So I guess maybe I'm right or wrong about this, but is the only difference simply recognizing the state of Rigpa that makes the difference? Or, you know, is it just that? Is that all that it is that it takes?
So I didn't understand your question actually. Sorry about, but I guess.
Okay. So
Your question is very long. So that's why I get confused.
I was just reading from the text most of it, but I guess part of what maybe to add more to it, there was something from Jetsunma Tenzin Palmo who said that a lot of people get stuck in thinking about me a lot. So some people are very prideful, and they think that, I'm great. I'm an excellent person, and me, right? And then there are other people who think that, in order to be humble, they have to put themselves down and think, I'm terrible, I'm not a good person, but that's still me, right? So maybe I think
Yeah,
in
I think, that's always
recognizing,
for relative level, like we're not,
Mhm.
that's talking about the Dzogchen meditation. That's it, the
Yeah.
conduct part
Sure,
and
but
the
adding
relative
to
level,
that,
idea.
I'm
And
just saying that, like, maybe people do kind of get caught up in me when thinking about recognizing Rigpa is all. And is it like, what do I have to do? So when they're trying to, you know, uh, do that, where they're trying to get to
I
that point.
just, I just whatever
Sorry
comes
for a long
up, I
question.
don't, I don't do anything. That's as absolute nature mind is a seven arising, non-draw Buddha wisdom. That's it.
And there's no self
then,
involved in that.
then,
There's no me
then,
in there.
yeah, then that's it. It's not need anything more than that. I think
Okay. All
it's
right. Thank you, Kempo.
one solution.
All right. That answered my question. Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you. So next, Josh.
Yes, thank you, Kempo. The question I have is about kind of remaining in naked awareness when listening to and speaking with others, kind of retaining the layer of awareness that is kind of beyond mindfulness. It's easy for me to remain mindful, but I wouldn't describe it as actually being in a state of real naked awareness. I often am caught into the dualistic intellectual conversation component. Is there advice for that?
Okay, so sorry. Also, I didn't really get answer question. I mean, I
Oh,
try
sorry,
answer.
too
Okay.
long.
So yes, it's a mindful is a kind of more like relative level. Mindful awareness is a kind more like Dzogchen, the Mahamudra words is better used that way. Mindful awareness, and then. So anyway, this all is words, and when you meditate and so whatever this like subtle level thoughts arising, just recognize looking into my nature and seeing its self nature, and then that's it. I think it's we follow the words is more difficult. I think.
I
And
think my question, to rephrase it, when in meditation, I am able to realize that awareness. But when I'm in sort of, say, post meditation, I'm trying to figure out how to carry meditation into post meditation so that there is no post meditation.
Yeah, if you can carry it, then no pause meditation. Yes. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Then next is ED.
Good evening, Rinpoche. On page 3, right where we ended, when it said this was the instruction for cutting through the web of conditioned existence, right before there, it talks about look into the innate nature of subtly fixated attention, the clarity, and the one perceiving the clarity. And by doing so, you will take away the support for the ordinary consciousness that perceives things dualistically. And I was wondering if you could just, especially that last part, take away the support for the ordinary consciousness that perceives things dualistically. I kind of was wondering what that take away the support.
Take away suppose conceptual, subtle conceptual is let go. So let go is called take away. Don't holding that, no holding.
What I feel is a subtle sense of a watcher, even when I try to do that. Like it just seems that when I try to do what you just said, there's still just a hint of somebody watching. So I don't know. That must come up, in non-dual meditation. Just a tiny hint of somebody still there, and so I don't know if that's ever discussed. When you're focusing on it, it reminds me of look at the looker, that instruction. But when I do that, I still feel the eye.
We don't have much time, sorry. It's like, it's and that's why I, bring supplication thought. We have this conceptual, like this idea, thoughts coming again. And when you meditate, just, we always have this apply, the absolute nature of mind is self-arising, no door Buddha wisdom. Self-arising, low to your nature, and then naturally this, perceiving conceptual thoughts is released.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then next is still we have lots of questions. I think Vivian, yeah. So now we have 2 questions in the zone. We take these 2 and any questions you have here, so we can do that. Then finish. Okay, Vivian.
Good evening, Rinpoche. How are you? Sometimes when I'm practicing meditation, I can feel awareness. I try to maintain the awareness, but sometimes I feel the presence of my body so heavy, and I can even feel my eye sockets. I don't know, and made me feel that my meditation, my body is an obstacle for my meditation.
Okay, so I think let go of that thought. Body is like think the positively, like no obstacle. Like body is the object of meditation, or body is the positive of your meditation support. Then you are think good also to do like some breathing exercise, physical activity that helps too. Yeah, when your body is tired, it's harder to meditate. So have to do physical exercise.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The next one is Julius.
Hi, Khenpo. I'm Julius.
Julius.
Good evening. I got a question. So what is the general path of practice after you finish the preliminary practice? I think we have the mandala practice, the Vajrasattva practice, Guru Yoga, Compassion, Chakra Samvara. What is additional steps to finish through the whole Mahamudra for Drikung Kaju?
So that's we have to follow the 5-part Mahamudra. 5-part Mahamudra. And 5-part Mahamudra at the Gonkaji tradition, we the preliminary practice is love, compassion, bodhicitta,
Right.
and the main practice is Yadam deity, Guru Yoga, and Mahamudra, and dedication. Yeah. So that's the
So,
tradition. Yes.
so I was talking to another person that did the 3-year retreat. They
Yes.
From there they keep on talking about the next step will be some other shamatha, visvapana, some puja, and then additionally to dream yoga. So I just need to know that secret path. What is the next stages of practice? So all right.
But no,
Maybe
today
there's a secret one we cannot tell in the detail, I guess. Perhaps
for
we can
me
get it.
for me is this right now what I'm sharing is a secret one, and then nothing I can talk for any other than this. Okay,
All right.
so is this a more shortcut and just direct into nature? Is not go to branches, and that's it. It's
All
you
right.
take all these teachings, and then the all is branches, no essence become. Long as you have this Mahamudra Dzogchins, then everything is great. Whatever you do or practice is great. Thank you.
All right. Thank
So here, any question do you have? Yes.
Yeah, a very simple question. As you said, like while practicing, the nature is constant, and there are two types. Like in one type, when you go to that blank phase or emptiness, but it's blind. It's not the awareness is not there, or decisiveness is not there, and in between going towards the uh, awareness of own mind, uh, how do we know we are going on the right path? Like how we know that we are not stuck at one, doing the same again and thinking, oh, I'm on the right path and nothing changing. So how to know that you are doing right, or you taking means that going towards the uh, clear awareness?
So free from this dark cage, you mean? How we know, so like free from that, and you go to clear awareness. How do we recognize? I think so. Mapam Rinpoche have mentioned if long as you meditate, you get confident yourself, you have certainty arising within yourself, and you really recognize it is right, truth. You get your own confidence or certainty. Even you don't have words to explain, but you have your own confident experience, free from your drops, you're naturally free from your drops. You get that yourself, within yourself. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, so now we finish. Go to Vajrasattva. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manibalaya. Vajrasattva Dinoba Dijajaja Mebawa. Sode Kayo Mebawa. Sube Kayo Mebawa. Anirado Mebawa. Sarva Siddhi Minjayan. Sarva karma sesai me zidan shiyan guru hong. Ha 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 ho bangave. Sarva tatan gata benzara mame men. Benzara ba maha samaya sado om. Benzara sado samaya manu balaya. Benza sado dino ba de janjo me bawa. So de kayo me bawa, so be kayo me bawa. Ane rado me bawa, sarva ise de menjayan. Sarva karma ise zai me ise dan shiyan guru hong. ha 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 ho bangave sarva dada gada benzara mame men benzara ba ma zamaya zado om benzara zado zamaya manu balaya benza sado dino ba de jan no me ba so de gayo me bawa, so be gayo me bawa, nerado me bawa, sarvai se de menjayan, sarvai karma se za me se dan yang guru hong, ha ha ho bangawe, sarva da gada benzara mame men. Benzaraba ma samaya sado. Then dissolution. I and all sentient beings, deluded by our ignorance, have broken the vows, O Lama Vajrasattva, protector, holder of the Vajra. Lord of all sentient beings, please protect us. Vajrasattva, please bless me by our prayer and replace. Your delusions are known clear away, and you are purified. Vajrasattva when dissolved into light and is absorbed into myself through the tip of my head, I am become a Vajrasattva. Daso momba damlen gajurbe gombe joshe zowo dorjen zen Rowe zowa dage jamzu je dege zorwe dorzen je zor je juje deje dago jizong de dala dembe dreba zanwar ju. Meditate on union of appearance, once and emptiness. Through this virtue of the practice, may I achieve Vajrapane's great realization. To this state, may I come to lead every being, not one left behind. Gewan de ye nyorda da dorje semba drupjurne drowa jang maleba de ye salang gubar shun benzara sado hong benzara sado hong Om Benzara Sado Hong, 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 Om Benzara Sado. Thank you, everyone. Tashi Dele. Okay, so we finish it. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening, good day.
Thank you so much, Khenpo.
Astaminyana. Beautiful. Thank you,
Thank
Khenpo.
you, Khenpo.
Sorry about I couldn't do answers because no really answer there. Your questions amazing, but no answer. Okay, you have to get answer yourself.
Thank you so much, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo. Thank you, Sangha.
Muchas gracias, Rinpoche.
Thank you. Tashi
Yeah.
Dalak.
Have a good evening, day.